first layup is good. Welcome to the Ram Report with Tim Miles. Sebastian fires and hits. The putback is up and good by Hornung. Right down the lane, throws it down.
I'm ready for the Mountain West Tour, our guys.
TCU and Colorado State from Moby Arena.
Spins down the lane, got in the paint, scoops one up, and one. West wants to drive down the lane, got it to Bell. He'll throw it down the lane, got it to Bell.
Eichmeyer. No, we'll go to overtime.
Lays it off to Bell, another tomahawk dunk, and the foul. Eichmeyer now off the bounce, got inside the paint. Inside, fadeaway two, got another. Green goes left down the lane, got inside, scooped it up and in. Got inside, scooped it up, it was blocked out of bounds, and it deflected.
95-89 is the final here at Moby in double overtime.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of the Ram Report with head coach Tim Miles. Brian Roth with you. Of course, a thrilling Mountain West Conference opening victory over TCU, a double overtime affair. We'll talk about that here coming up in moments, but the Rams, of course, went 2-0 last week. Congratulations, Tim. And, you know, before the TCU game, what a way to wrap up non-conference play. A top 50 RPI team in here with the Denver Pioneers, and that's a kind of a good way to send you in the conference play, getting the big win.
Yeah, Denver's a very good team. Joe Scott does an amazing job with those guys. I think that's their best Division I team they've had. And I've played a lot of them since I was at North Dakota State and seen them, and it was the toughest one I've ever gone against. And we were fortunate to come out with a victory. We had a lot of good things happen for us.
Yeah, you had a shorthanded ball club, too. Colorado State playing without Dwight Smith, who had broken his nose earlier in the week. And, Tim, essentially, you guys only played 7 players. Yeah,
we did. We didn't think our freshmen were quite ready to guard all the Princeton stuff. And those guys really make you pay. If you got one guy out there, it doesn't take long to find him and really tear you apart. So we thought that we were going to be short-handed with the bench guys, but at the end of the day, I trusted those 7 guys, and we were able to get through it.
Yeah, and of course, of the 7, Will Bell fouls out with about 7.5 minutes to go. So the Rams played with 6 the final 7.5 minutes. Here's Hornung fouls out with about 3.5 minutes to go. Colorado State got to the finish line in first place.
You almost got called into action. Yeah, you almost got called into
that would have been pretty scary.
Well, I saw you shooting around before the game.
Jump shot's not bad. Yeah, 18 years ago, I was an average high school player, so I have that going for me. Talking about fundamentals, though, with your ball club, free throw shooting has been fantastic all season long, but, you know, you get into a game against a fundamentally sound team like Denver, you're going to have to do the little things right. 28 of 31 from the free throw line for you guys.
Yeah, I think they were #1 in the country, and we went out and put a performance out there. And I remember Dorian Green, I think, missed 1 or 2 of them, and he was #1 or 2 in the league, and I was going to yell at him at halftime or at the end of the game. Then I find out we only missed 3 as a team, so I kind of backed off, you know. And guys did a lot of little things right, you know, and Denver's too good to really kind of put away. You look at their quality wins. They won at Utah State to beat St. Mary's, one of the top 20 RPI teams in the country. They're really a good team. And so our guys came out and we did what we had to do and knocked down those free throws at the end.
Yeah, and I think most of the savvy Ram fans that follow your program closely understand that was a great win for your ball club. You know, it's a top 50 win. It's one of your best wins of the season.
No doubt about it. It's when you look at good wins, bad losses, that's a good win.
Yep, no question. So the Rams wrapped up non-conference play with a big victory over a very game Denver team, and it set up the Mountain West Conference opener against TCU on Saturday night. And it's a Frog team that I know you knew coming in was much improved from the Frog team we saw last year.
Well, yeah, they're very athletic, and their team speed is like nothing I've seen out of TCU, and they've always been quick. And it was just I thought they really played well. They averaged 6 made 3-pointers, maybe not quite 6 on a game on the year, and they made 12. And they had 2 others I thought they were going to make too. So we were able to survive a very good performance by TCU.
Yeah, you guys played a little more zone in that game than I've seen you play all year long.
Yeah, we felt like they had some zonable lineups out there, and we just also felt like we needed to, you know, get them off the attack. They're a very good offensive team. They get a rhythm and a flow going, and it's important to just kind of keep them off balance. So we tried to mix in some man and zone.
Yeah, again, the 12 three-pointers hit by TCU. It was a season high for them, but you looked at some of the guys that hit the threes. And I know you guys do extensive scouting reports, as do all teams. And there were guys that made threes on you on Saturday night that I know you didn't expect to make threes.
Only 5 of them. So, yeah, only 5. I went, what? You know, like this. And we knew one kid was going to take them, but we just didn't know if he was going to make them. And he only made one in overtime that gave him a lead. So, yeah, it was just one of those games that you have to credit TCU. They played well. We just didn't do enough defensively to get them out of rhythm and disrupt them.
Yeah, I know as a coach you're happy to get the win. Are you disappointed at all that you weren't able to close out TCU? And again, give the Frogs credit.
Yeah, they ended on an 11-0 run, but it was just kind of the whole flow of the night. You know, it was the crowd was poor. It was a terrible crowd. There was, the people that were there were awesome, but there's 7,000 to 8,000 empty seats, and so there was really not much of a flow or an enthusiasm to the game, and our guys need to get beyond that, and then we kind of feel like we're up 11 late in the game. We've got the game won, and we go ahead and miss 2 free throws, miss 2 layups, fouled twice on offensive rebounds where they don't even have to run offense. Then they hit they turned us over one time, got a 3 out of that, and then they hit a tough 3 too, or a tough 2 at the end of the game. So you have to credit them. They did some good things too.
Yeah, Colorado State though would prevail in double overtime. They would finish out the second overtime on an 8-0 run, and the Rams win their 7th consecutive game. All right, stay with us. We're going to look ahead to the action coming up. Also introduce you to one of the captains on this Ram basketball team, Pierce Hornung. All that and much more coming up here on the Ram Report.
Can't get enough of the Rams? Get all the latest updates at csurams.com. Check out videos, analysis, breaking news, and more. csurams.com.
Up here, there's something that makes the remarkable an inspirational thing.
Taking our work with this out of the lab and putting it into these all over the world.
Chasing tornadoes from the shadow of the Rockies.
A special sensitivity that revolutionized an industry.
All of this in a great Colorado town. It's an exciting place to live and learn!
Colorado State University. Inspiration happens on higher ground.
Twitter's great. Here's one. The Rams won, and I got my painted stuff on TV last night. The bad news, this stuff ain't coming off, and I've got a job interview. Are you Big Rammy?
Yeah, that's me.
You got a job interview today?
Yeah, I got to be there in an hour, and I can't get this paint off.
That's why we're here. Let's go, guys. Smile. Look them right in the eye. You got this. You can do it. Go get them. Let's go.
43,000 CSU Ram alums call Denver home. Now it's easier for Denver Ram fans to stay connected with CSU. Visit the all-new Colorado State University Denver Center, where all Ram alums will feel at home. You can make professional connections, enjoy events with other alumni. You can even show your Ram pride with all the best CSU fan gear. Stay connected with CSU. Visit us at 17th and Glenarm or online at rams5280.colostate.edu.
Well, welcome back here to the Ram Report. We're talking Colorado State men's hoops with Tim Miles. I'm Brian Roth. Well, let's introduce you to one of the top players on this Ram basketball team, Pierce Hornung. And I know he's kind of the heart and soul of this basketball team, so much so that his teammates trust him enough to call him a captain. Yeah, I think that's, a cool honor about being captain of our program. It's voted on by their team, and they decide who gets to be captain, who not. And Dorian Green and Pierce were the two guys that clearly had the most votes. And I think that says a lot, because you need to know who the guys trust and who has to come deal with coach on this issue or that issue. And that says a lot about Pierce. Pierce is a great defender. He's a ultimate team guy. He's one of the best rebounders I've ever coached. He's physically tough, mentally tough, and really makes better offensive plays than I think he gets credit for. I think it says a lot about it. He probably averaged 5 points and 5 rebounds last year and was Sixth Man of the Year. It tells you how much he impacts a game. Yep, no question about that. Pierce Hornung, the 6'5" junior from Arvada.
Goes right down the lane, scooped one up, missed it, but the putback is up and good by Hornung.
My name is Pierce Hornung. I'm a junior, finance major, and I'm a forward.
CSU, good back cut in the lane. There's Hornung, good feed from Bell.
I went to high school at Ralston Valley High School. It's in Arvada, Colorado. Coach Nico, he had been talking to me since very early on in high school, and I liked the direction that Colorado State basketball was headed, so it was an easy decision. I got family that goes here. Both my brothers go here. My father played football here, so I mean, it worked out really well. You know, I was voted captain this year, so one of the things that goes with that is to be more vocal and talkative and help your teammates out and be a voice out there. And that's something I wasn't the last 2 years, but it's a role that I'm trying to step up into and do a better job of. From just a perspective of not being out there, not being able to play, you know, at Duke, Colorado, Northern Iowa, you know, quality opponents that you want to go out there and battle with your teammates. It just makes you appreciate every opportunity you do have to go out there.
Back iron, no. Put back is good by Hornung. Bears pick it up or he left up.
You know, I like to think that I'm a type of guy that goes out there and you know, just does what needs to be done to help us win.
Hornung with fake, goes over the bank for it's good. Hornung with 8 tonight.
And that's the mindset of everyone on this team is, you know, we don't care about our individual performances. We just want to win the game. And I hope that I contribute to that and help bring that mindset to the team.
Fire a 3, missed it short. Rebound, Hornung tipped it to Green, and he'll fires a 3.
That's what I try to bring to the team, is just, you know, hard-nosed, do whatever it has to be done type mentality.
Good offensive rebound, Hornung again.
6th grade, they had us write, like, you know, where you be your senior year in high school, and mail it back to you. And I opened mine up after I graduated high school, and it said you're going to play basketball at Colorado State University. So, I mean, I knew from a young age that this is where I wanted to go.
Rebound, Hornung, lift fake, put back is good.
I'm a junior. I got, you know, a little over half a season left now and next year, and that's it. And you really want to take and make the most of every opportunity you get.
Well, Pierce Hornung, who has turned into a crowd favorite. Cool little story on Pierce at the end there.
Yeah, really cool. And that's, you know, it's hard to imagine that, but when we get these young guys that want to be a part of CSU basketball, that's how you win your locker room. And Pierce Hornung is one of those guys about all the right things. Yep. And share a story with you quickly that I remember one time there was a note on the board that if this locker room isn't spotless, we're running blah, 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 blah. It was from Pierce. It wasn't from any of the coaches or anything like that. So, I mean, that's the kind of captain we've got.
Yeah. Well, Pierce Hornung will lead the Rams coming up on Tuesday night. Mountain West Conference game number 2. Boise State in town. They're coming off a loss to Air Force at home. Is their first home loss of the year. But Boise has struggled on the road this year.
Yeah, I got a call today from a reporter in Idaho that said, are you worried about it because they haven't won one? And certainly they're going to win one. So I think the natural assumption, of course, they'd beat us. So, you know, we're looking forward to playing that game. I'm excited to have Boise in here. They're tremendous on offense. They're up tempo. They get a lot of rhythm threes in transition, and so we'll have to do a good job. They're also a really good offensive rebounding team. And those are all areas we really have to work on.
Yeah, you look at Boise State, and they don't have really one go-to guy outside of their freshman from Australia, Anthony Drimick.
Yeah,
he's a kid that can really shoot, huh?
Oh, yeah, he can score the ball a lot of ways. He can drive it, gets fouled, and he really makes threes. So that's a nice little package. He's a freshman out of the Australian Institute of Sport, which that's like a post-grad thing that the guys do, and they train, they play nationally, internationally, and it's really a good program to come through.
Yep, again, that's a late tip coming up on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. from Moby Arena. Then you get your first road game at Wyoming on Saturday, and I think we all know that's a much improved Wyoming basketball team.
Much improved environment. You look at the AA was rocking and rolling last week when they had New Mexico up there, and they had their best crowd that they've had in years, and so we're looking to go up there, and I'm sure that the Wyoming fans are excited to have us up there too. I know there's even a bus going up there, so of Ram fans, so it should be a lot of fun.
All right, Tim, best of luck this week.
Thanks, Brian.
Okay, Colorado State will look to win their 8th and 9th games in a row. Don't go anywhere, we're not done yet. We'll talk some Colorado State women's basketball with head coach Kristen Holt. That comes up next here on the Ram Report.
Stay in touch with the Rams by visiting us on Facebook, YouTube, or follow us on Twitter. You follow us, and we'll follow you.